Good afternoon. It's July 28th, 2025, and today we had this bear spike and channel down. This happened after we gapped up yesterday, which is probably just a buy climax. Let's look at the 6500 tick chart. So you can see last week, at the end of last week, we were working in this broad bull channel. So all we did was we created this buy climax, which is in the form of this gap. And perhaps this is a measured move of this. Yeah, you can see it's a little beyond a measured move of that broad bull channel. And so the buyers were just exhausted. And that's why today we had a bear spike and channel down. So let's take a look at the potential trades. And this higher double top came last night, so you can't get in on that. So it looks like 5 o'clock comes in during this congestion. So this is a pretty strong move down, and because of that, I would anticipate prices at least filling this gap here. So that's 64.31, and we came just shy of it right here. So when it pulls back, look to go short. And um, even though this isn't a good signal bar based on max rules, I think that this is a good setup for a swing. You have a doji right there, and you have a doji, like a reversal, bull reversal doji right there. And that's a first time breakout of this congestion. The bias is down at this point. What's it, 64.38, and you're looking to go to 64.31. So that's pretty, that's a lot of room down there. That's about 6 points. And it goes directly there. And you can see it weakens at this point, becomes a little flatter. The EMA becomes a little flatter. We pull back to the EMA. I don't really see anything strong in here. And once we flatten up here, I think it's time to start looking for longs. You got clearly a level of support down here. Um, so could you buy this right here? You could. We haven't gapped above the EMA, but you could say this is a gap above the EMA. So I think it's reasonable to consider going long right there. Turns out to be a pretty good move. You get the second leg up before it makes this lower high, and we go lower. Now, could you go short right there? If this corresponds with the low from over here, which it does, I think that's reason to consider going short there. You have a break of this channel and a move to a new high, and then you get a strong lower high. I think that's very reasonable. Um, so we already have this break and move to a new high, and here we're just going sideways. I don't really think you want to jump in at any point in here. Let me make these bars bigger. I just don't see anything that would give you enough conviction to go long or short. If you want to enter on limit orders, this clearly looks like a range to me, so you could enter short up here, and we break out, and prices can't break back into this range, and eventually we get this move down. And then we bounce off of the support right there, which you wouldn't have that drawn yet, so you cannot go long there. You get a pretty tight bull channel after that. Looks like if you draw it like this, it looks like you got a break and a move to a new high. And if you don't look at it like that, well, you get two legs here and a move to a new high. And you could, if you are very actively charting this thing and you see draw on these lows and drag it up here on these highs, I think you could consider getting short in here. but these broad channels, the setup isn't great. Broad channels are not the easiest to trade. And yeah, it's not a second entry short, and that's a doji, so not a great setup. But this is a good setup I'm seeing right here. We get this pretty tight bear channel, probably about 10 to 12 bars. You get a break, and you get a first entry, second entry, strong bear bar off the EMA. That should get you a scalp, and it gets you beyond a scalp, and you get pretty much instant feedback. So it looks like it triggered the trade, comes back to the EMA again. So people probably thinking they're going to get stopped out, but then it closes on its low, and then you get a nice follow through bar, second follow through bar. Not the greatest because there's some wick on the bottom, but still a pretty big body, prominent size body. And then you get really good follow through here, and then you get the sell climax right there. Everyone takes their profits. Then you get a test of the low. You see that it closes. This bar closes a little higher than this one did. So everyone's exiting. It goes back to the EMA, and then you get this tight bear channel down. And then another sell climax beneath the trend channel. So I think it's reasonable to start looking for longs, but we just don't really get a setup. And then what time is this? Last hour of the day, you kind of get a bull channel to finish off the day. It's probably like this. So that's the 1300 tick chart. Here's a look at the daily chart. So there's no real surprises here. I believe was this Friday. This was Friday. You know, pretty low volume days. I would say today was a low volume day too. And that's just because it's a strong bull move. And on the weekly chart last week, the bulls were just trying to keep the bar a strong bull bar. And I think we're going to see this low volume stuff until the end of the month because the bulls are trying to maintain this July monthly bar as a strong bull bar. So I just think it's going to be low volume. Plus, people take vacations in the summer, and that's just what we're seeing here. It's just these low volume days. Whoops. So there's the daily chart, the weekly chart, the monthly chart, and that's about it. So I'll be back tomorrow.